All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another night of On the Pole Racing here as we get ready for action from Taladega for the James Wagoner Welding Madness Money. Let's change this over to show that. Madness Money. All right. No qualifying just ended. We're getting ready for the to get this on their way here tonight. We got warm-ups happening here with about 5 minutes. So let's go ahead real quickly and we'll go ahead and please rise for our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
All right, we're back here at the track getting ready for the Madness Money race here tonight from Talladega, and I hope everybody's catching it on Wednesday nights as well. I believe that's on after the truck series from Roughneck Racing. Shout out to James Dougie Wagner for helping put all this on, along with James Wagoner Welding. And I thought I signed in as watch, not as a driver, but I did it again. These hosted sessions, I sometimes goof it up. Everybody having some fun here in the warm-up sessions. Everybody getting ready, and let's try to walk out over there. There we go. That's better. Now we got everything situated here. And ready to rock and roll from Talladega. Here with about a minute and a half left of warm-up left to go. Dylan Jones coming out of pit road. You got a few of them maybe taking a few left, but you got others that are kind of doing a little bit about it. There comes Dylan Jones out onto the speedway in that white 0111. He comes out on track. Now remember, folks, because this is a hosted session, the numbers may not match up to what is on the tower/ticker. So with that being said, please keep that in mind. We come storming down here into corner number 1 and 2. Following along Dylan Jones as he comes around the racetrack. We've got about a half a second left of warm-ups left to go. Then we'll go and come into the grid. Let's go ahead. I'm just curious how this kind of plays out as this here. So there's your qualifying results. Garrett Menez there in first. Kenny Reel there in second. Ethan Eckert there in third. So those are your top 3 out of your qualifying results. And I didn't realize I didn't change that, so we'll have to get that switched over real quickly. Oh, that's why it hasn't been switched over yet. So bear with me there on that. We'll get that switched over pronto, as there is a Money Madness or a Madness Money logo that I need to get put up into here. So we'll get it. Just completely forgot about a couple small details. We've got 50 laps to distance here tonight. Over to the track. Garrett Menez is starting on pole. So our starting grid is going to be well, wait a moment. Oh boy, there we go. Aha, Garrett Menez starting on pole with Kenny Reel to his outside, starting in second. And third in that second row, it's going to be Ethan Eckert in that number 12 to his outside is Chase Mistrata in that 4 machine. There in row number 3 is Devin Ray in 5th with Landon Valik in 6th. In the 4th row is going to be Chris Melton in 7th position there on the inside, driving at 49, with Ben Garrity there in 8th on the outside. Justin Hollings there in 9th. That's the inside of row number 5, with Daniel Falkingham there to his outside in 10th. Row number 6 on the inside. That's going to be Malik Ray in 11th with Kyler Wynn on his outside there in 12th. And 13th, that's going to be Austin Green with Trevor Austin-Oth there in his outside in 14th. Joshua McAuliffe there in 15th on the inside with Raymond Hanneman there on his outside in 16th. Bryce Fontaine will start inside row number 9 in 17th with James Wagoner, otherwise known as Dougie, out there on the outside of row number 9 in 18th. Kenneth McCullough Jr. sitting there in 19th with Mark Wandell there in 20th. And 21st, inside, row number 11 is going to be Steven Sizemore with Dylan Jones could be on the outside there, as I am not supposed to be in that grid. Alrighty, so we're getting ready to come to the flag here. Why is it on scenic? Come on now. Get us to the most exciting part of the race. Lights are out on that pace machine. We're getting ready to come to that green flag here with 50 laps the distance here this Sunday evening, or Sunday night, I should say. Now we're coming down here into the tri-oval. Fred's got that pace car down there on the inside. We're on board with Justin Hollings there for the restart as they come down here off of the start. into the restart zone after the tri-oval. Again, remember, it's a long way from the pit road entrance over to the green flag as they are. Green flag now. Garrett Menez down there on the inside. He's going to be in that number 1 machine. Kenny Rio up here in that 11. We're going to go 3 wide already, about the 4th row back. And you got a driver all the way up there against the wall. Already some shaking and baking there, about 3 rows deep. As we got that number 1 of Garrett Menez down there, out there in front. Here comes that 12 of Ethan Eckert down there on the inside. He's going to try to get that inside lane to pull him along as that outside lane's getting suited up and is going well up there on the high side with Garrett Menez leading that line, or that train, around that top side, way up there against the top side as they leave that middle groove open as they complete the first lap here at Taladega for the James Wagoner Welding Madness Money race here this Sunday night. Down here through corner number 3 and 4. Down through the tri-oval, heading down into corner number 1. Side by side, it's still Garrett Menez up there at the, or Garrett Maines up there at the top. Oh, man, I'm getting a little rusty with the names already. Garrett Maines up there at the top. They got Ethan Eckert down there on the bottom side trying to make the pass. Drivers all over the place as you got them 3 wide in about the middle of the pack there, trying to see who's in that center lane. That was the 62 of Landon Valik in the middle, as we got the 85 now of Raymond Henneman trying to come up there through the middle. Through the 3rd lane starting to come about as you got the 8 there. I'm not sure if that is the true number on that machine, as the 8 that I'm showing on the board is this one back here, Steven Sizemore. So I'm not sure who that 8 is there in the middle, trying to gather that information. As you got the 82 up there on the outside. Not sure what number that is on the scoreboard. We got Garrett Maines out there in front. Down there on the inside now. No, I'm sorry. He's still on the outside. The 12 of Ethan Eckert is down there in front. Now he jumps up. Here comes, they shifted a lot coming off of turn 4, and one was loose. Keeps it straight as they come swarming down here into corner number 1 after coming through that tri-oval and across the stripe. There they come through the tri-oval. Oh no, we got trouble and up there into the outside wall, and we got drivers going around and scattering all over the place. As they head down here into the corner, James Wagner trying to figure out what's going on here. Try to figure out who that was that ended up around, as I'm not seeing any. There's the 23. I believe it was the 49 of Chris Melton that went around, but I'm unsure on that. I'm trying to see. No incident thing was made up, so give me a moment as we play a quick rewrite. Oh, coming here through the tri-oval, trying to see what happened here. And it looked like the 49 just kind of got a bad push or something. And he gets 20, or gets a 2-turn, checks up, and then just gets rear-ended. Cars just everywhere. Now he ends up hitting the brakes and gets rear-ended there by the 12. That was the 49 of Chris Melton giving some issue there. And I don't really see anybody else having too much issue there through the corner. We go back live here. Caution flag at lap number 5. To all viewers, great job. Thank you all for coming out and watching on the pole here tonight as we bring to you the James Wagoner Welding Madness Money Race here this Sunday night. Right now it's Raymond Hanneman there out front. Daniel Falkingham there in second. Looks like they're all going to come down here to pit road. Not sure if we'll have any takers staying out as everybody comes down. Gonna fill them up with fuel. I don't know how much tires really are effective here, and that something don't look right on that machine, but now likes of Joshua McCullough. Daniel Falkingham out first with Chase Mestrada there in second. Malik Ray there third. Coming off of the pit road as Daniel gets the win off the race off pit road. We got lap number 6 on the board of the 50 here to go. Around turn number 1 and 2 down there on the bottom of the track, down there on the apron, as they can't come out until they pass that blue cone. Everybody now lines up on the backstretch. Lights still on that pace machine. Work down here towards corner number 3. We got him coming down in the pit lane again. Raymond Hanneman staying out. Got a few others that look like they're staying out as well, like Joshua McCullough, Trevor Swanoth. Oh, they're coming in. Bryce Fontaine, Devin Ray, James Wagoner. All going to come back around here towards the front. And Wagner's going to stay out as he's got too much speed built up. Garrett Menez back here at the back. Alrighty, so Raymond Hanneman out front in that number 85 Moza sponsored machine. Heading down the back stretch here. We're waiting for them to go green for the James Wagoner Welding. Madness Money. This is your first caution here of the night. At lap number 7 out of the 50 scheduled for distance here tonight. Hopefully everybody is ready for some good racing action. Hopefully the next caution we get, we don't have to play fast rewind with it. We'd be able to use our program here to go back to it. We head back down here through 3 and 4. Lights are out on the pace machine. Looks like we're single file for the restart, possibly. Here at lap number 7. Coming on down here through the front stretch, down into the tri-oval. It is going to be a single file restart. Raymond Hanneman takes us to the green flag. They work there off of there, and we got the one making a pass to the outside. That's going to be the number 12. No, I'm sorry, that's not the number 12. That is the Not sure. Oh boy. Garrett Maines out there in that 16 machine / number 1, I guess it is. He's working his way back towards the front, but we got a line forming up there, up at the top side. You got a breakaway of 2 down there on the bottom side. That is Raymond Hanneman and Daniel Falkingham. As up there in that middle lane, that's going to be Kyler Wynn with Dylan Jones, followed by, and wait, that broke off down there. Now down underneath of Dylan Jones is going to be that 85 machine. Falling back quickly. Raymond Hanneman down there on the inside, falling back quickly as that outside train comes down here into corner number 1, being pushed along and led along by Daniel Falkingham. Down through turn 1 and 2. Great looking car there in second. That is the number 20/62, I believe. Oh, no, 82. Kyler Wynn. Work down the backstretch, heading down here into corner number 3. Lap number 9 on the board. We got a line trying to start down there on the bottom side. Can they get it together and roll up forward? That's being led along by that number 85 of the, or I'm pretty sure that's the 85. No, it isn't. 85 falling back through the field. I'm trying to figure out who's up there in the front of that bottom lane. I'm not sure if that's Bryce Fontaine. That's the 62. No, that's Landon Valik down there on the inside lane. Landon Valik down there on the inside, trying to pull that bottom lane up there towards the front as that outside lane is coming along there. The 8 drops down to the bottom side. That is the 8 that I'm trying to remember there. Everybody's still shuffling for positions, coming down the backstretch. 3 wide there, a couple rows deep. Right there in front of the 62, I believe that's the 20, or no, the 23 is in the middle of the pack there, as we're now 4 wide. Oh boy, hold it together. You're 4 wide coming through the trio down here into corner number 1. Now we drop it back down to 3 wide, and we got them almost 4 wide once again back here as they fight for positions towards the back of the pack, down the back straightaway, heading down here into corner number 3 as we're on board here with Garrett Maines into that backstretch. Got a couple cars down there on the inside, but a lot of them are still up there hugging that outside lane as they roll off into corner number 3 and 4 back around onto that front stretch. Leading the race is Daniel Falkingham out there in that number 54. They shove along, and we got them spinning back here in the back, trying to see who that is. Ben Garrett having some issues there. Might have to rewind it some here, but this will at least get us close. Nope, we'll be okay here. Not sure here what happened to Ben Garrity. He heads on down through. Oh, he just comes down across the nose of the 59 of Mark Rondell. Goes him topside down there to try to make a move to the inside. I don't know if he just didn't see Steven Sidemore having issues there, as he's coming up as a red mark on our program here. He pulls it down. And stopping it down there on the apron. Here tonight on the pole, instant replay. Caution number 2. For the Madness Money race here tonight. Daniel Falkingham brings them down on the pit lane. Everybody's coming in. Do we have anybody staying out? Does not look like it here at lap number 12. Great shot coming down there through the pit lane. as Falkingham comes off. And he'll get that front position, followed by Malik Ray there in second in that number 7 machine. Here you see the number 20 of Kyler Wynn in that number 82 on track, but 20 on the scoreboard. So great job here tonight by these drivers as they work down there off the apron. 13 laps complete. Still got lots of racing to go. But some of these drivers not having the best of luck. Looks like Steve Sizemore has decided to call it. He pulled it down there on the apron and has called it a night, as we are showing him as marked out of the race. Down here in the corner number 3. They go this time. Hopefully they'll have it where they're set straight. Lights are still on that pace machine. Down here into corner number 3 and 4. Very slow pace around Taladega. Makes for a long trip around. We'll see if any driver comes down there on the pit lane to top off once again. And it looks like we do have a couple doing so. They split. Daniel Falkingham comes in. Ethan Eckert, Landon Willick, Joshua McAuliffe, Kenneth McAuliffe, Chris Melton all coming down in. Garrett Maines is coming out of pit road. Going to try to beat that pace car around. Down here through corner 1 and 2. Again, lights are out on that pace car. So we'll be taking the green flag with 15 on lap number 15. We head on down the backstretch. Kyler Wynn out there in second. Malik Ray there in first. Dougie is sitting right now in 14th. Raymond Hanneman up there in 9th. Mark Vondell is in 10th. Trying to see who our biggest mover is, and that's going to be in 4th place, that number 23 machine /89. Or no, I'm sorry. Should be the 80, or no, I'm sorry. The number 3. The number 23, which is showing in 3rd position right now on the inside. That's going to be Bryce Fontaine, up 14 positions from where he started, currently sitting there in 3rd. Got a decent mix here between Fords and Chevys. Got 3 Toyotas in the field. As these are the next-gen cars racing here tonight. So they got 5 gears instead of the traditional 4. There are green flags back in the air. We're green flag racing once again. Yeah, we're here. That we see the drivers heading, falling back there. And down here into corner number 2, onto the backstretch. That outside lane getting back up to speed. Lap number 15 on the board. Here comes that 11 of Kenny Reel down there on the inside. Is going to try to bring that inside train with them. With their the second car back down there on the inside, that number 2, possibly the 22 of Devin Ray. That is 22 of Devin Ray down there on the inside. Second car back. You got the 85 down there as well. That's Raymond the Handyman. Down here through the corner. And onto that backstretch, up there to the top side. Kyler Whitten out there in front on that top side now as they come down that backstretch. Side by side down here into the corner. Kyler Wynn out there in front, leading that top lane. You got on the inside lane, Kenny Reel in that number 11 down there on the inside as they come off of 4, trying to get that bottom lane to pull along enough to try to help them all get up there towards the front. But that top lane being very, very strong so far these last couple money races that you've watched here on the FFTv on the pole Sunday night. Down here, up corner number 2. Top lane gains a few more turns. And on through that backstretch. Now that top lane still really pulling along greatly. In the sucker hole there, that looks to be Devin Ray in that number 22, falling back now as he ended up down up there in that middle lane, or otherwise known as to some people as that sucker hole. He fell back and had to drop to the back of the field almost in that number 22, number 2 machine. We're looking there up towards the front of the pack now, side by side at about road number 5. We're copping. Oh no, we got him loose. Hanging on to it. Does he save it? I'm not seeing any marks here. We're on board here with Joshua McCullough. We stayed green. I'm not sure who that was that got really loose there, coming off at corner number 2. But they really got loose. Somehow got it down there on the apron and saved it. And we are still green flag racing. I want to say that was Eckert. Yep, it was Eckert as he's way back off the pace now. Way back here trying to gain back up there towards the front of that, up there with the pack after getting loose off of corner number 2. And when you lose that pack draft, it can spell disaster as you have nobody to work with you. You have no way of being pulled along. Now down there on the inside. That inside lane being pushed along. Kyler Wynn out there in front. And then he's got Austin Green there behind him. So now the inside lane comes together and kind of leaves the outside lane to fend for itself. And come down there off at corner number 4. Bottom lane now really putting it to it as we got the outside lane trying to find that side draft to pull themselves up there alongside. Being led along by that 11 of Dylan Jones. Believe that's the 11 of Dylan Jones Kenneth Reel. Not the 011, but the 11 of Kenneth Reel up there on the top side. The 011 is down there on the inside. That's that white machine, unsponsored car. Third car back. We got them 3 wide once again, a little farther back here. All bunched up, trying to hold it together. A lot of them are a little antsy. Can't seem to hold the cars in a straight line too well, as they are dancing around quite a bit as we come here to lap number 20, or to complete lap number 20 off of corner number 4, down here into corner number 1, as they come through that triangle, coming across the stripe, back here at the back of the pack, all 3 wide for a good portion of the track. Now up front, it's all single file. Everybody's just kind of minding their own race right at the moment, with Kyler Wynn out there in front, as they come now onto the backstretch, passing that blue exit cone, down there on through, halfway down the backstretch, everybody still single file, that outside lane, still trying to get the cars, the momentum up there to pull themselves along, as we head on down here into corner number 3 and 4 now. You got Kenny Reel up there in 14th, trying to get that outside lane to come along. As they've lost some drivers, now they all got up. Now they're all splitting down, going single file now. As you see the 30 there of Dougie sitting there about 16th position. We do have a couple on the outside row up here towards the front, trying to side draft their way up there towards the front. About mid-pack they are. That's the 22 there of Devin Ray. And the 49 of Chris Melton. And I picked up the 03 of Kenneth McAuliffe. The 22 now drops back down there onto the inside lane. Work there off of 4. Kyler Wynn being left out on that high side, high and dry. As he, not sure why he bounced up there, but he's now having issues as he's dropping all the way back towards the back of the pack here. Now that lead pack anyway. He has to fall back in line. And that's just how quickly the cars lose the draft. And how quickly you can go from first. And now he's clear back into about 15th position. Ethan Eckert coming through the tri-oval still as everybody else is onto the backstretch already. Or coming around 1 and 2 onto the backstretch. And without a working partner, he is struggling to try to keep that car up to speed. And slowly losing ground on the pack in front of him. Had somebody get a little loose as they come there off of 4 down there through the tri-oval. And Eckert is where? On the backstretch. So Eckert about a half a lap back now. As we come here on lap number 24. When they cross the line, next time by it'll be 26 laps to go for this Madness Money Race this Friday evening. No, I don't think I need any coffee. Otherwise, you'd have me asleep up here in a matter of no time. As they come down here. Corner number 3. Austin Green out there in front. Raymond Hanneman there in second. Dylan Jones third. Daniel Falkingham there in fourth. Chase Mistrada. Oh, yes, Danny, this is definitely a fuel mileage race. As we saw them come out there for a few cautions there when the cautions were out running those caution laps. The drivers did come down a couple times to try to top off those cars, to try to get as much as they can put into those cars so they know they can maybe possibly make it to the end, try to save that fuel to the end, and try to figure out if they got the best fuel mileage race to the end. As tires, I don't think really means too much here at Taladega, just like I don't think they matter too much at Daytona. I mean, they will come into a factor, but it's more of a fuel mileage race towards the end of it anyway. I mean, if you're going for a short sprint, maybe the pressure tires will help you out. But once you get up to speed, that's kind of difficult to say. And now you got Austin Green out front. Raymond Hanneman there in second. Dylan Jones, what a race he's having as he is up 20 positions from where he started. And he's currently sitting there in third in that 011 machine. Raymond Hanneman up there in second in that 85. You got the 87 of Austin Green leading the race. And we're now 25 laps to go down here onto the backstretch. Everybody's single file, trying to see if I can find some racing action. As back here towards the back, they're still single file. There you have Ben Garrity in that 49. There's the 59 of Mark Wandell. Ethan Eckert there in 20 or in the 12. Coming down there through the tri-oval as everybody else comes through 3 and 4. And it's now 24 laps to go as they cross the stripe. I don't know exactly what the fuel percentage is. I wish I had that information there for you, Heath, but I do not. Hopefully going forward, I do get more information like car setups and stuff, and whether or not they are running 50% fuel or 60% fuel or whatever they're running, as that would help me out a little bit to relay the information to the viewers. We're coming through turns 1 and 2 again, and out onto that backstretch. Raymond Hanneman there in second, with Dylan Jones up 20 positions there in third. As the laps tick down, the question becomes, when do you make your move to the front of the pack? As everybody's running single file, putting some distance between this front pack and this second pack back here, being pushed along and led by Malik Ray. And then back here a little farther, we got a two-car tandem. That is going to be the two of Justin Hollings and Joshua McCullough. And we come down there into corner number 1. 23 laps to go. They come down there through the tri-oval once again. They're gaining, I think that is Eckert above in front of them. And it is. That is Ethan Eckert up there in front as Austin Green and the pack comes roaring up behind him. So he's soon to be a lap down. We have Bryce Fontaine a lap down, if not out. I mean, info I got to where I can bring up is this, where we got 136 degrees Fahrenheit on the track temp, 78 degrees Fahrenheit on the weather, 45% humidity, or 45%, humidity with 2-mile-per-hour winds, partly cloudy. And Sizemore is out, Fontaine is out, Eckert is now a lap down as they all come storming by him. As Eckert now lap down and somewhere in the pack here. Looks like he picked up the tail end of the front pack. So he'll be able to pull along there as he doesn't seem to have too much damage, but he just did not have the racing partner to get him back around there. That's why he went a lap down, mainly after spinning out there, as he lost the draft and was not able to keep it and stay up there and try to compete. As now they work off here, off of turn number 4. Back around to that front straightaway. Down there through the tri-oval as we're on board here with Austin Green out of Melbourne, Florida. They head on down into corner number 1. 20 laps to go here for the Madness Money race this Sunday evening in these next-gen cars. On to the backstretch. Austin Green leads them with Raymond Hanneman there in second. We got these couple cars now splitting them off together. That's the 9 of Ben Garrity and the 59 of Mark Vondell. Struggling back here trying to keep up pace. James Wagoner at the tail end of that lead pack as he's got being pushed along. Now we got more cars up here in that front pack. And we got a couple more. Down here into the corner number 1. 19 laps to go. No problem there, Heath. Hopefully everything looks great there on the broadcast. As we look at that run that the 7 of Malik Ray is getting out there on that high side. That's going to force Austin Green up. And now Austin Green gets shoved way to the outside. And he's going to get left out there all the way up there at the top as everybody now passes him down there on the inside. As everybody's 2 by 2 here with 19 laps to go. Down there in front. Whoa, what a move there for that number 16 machine of Garrett Baines as he ended up getting down there in front of that bottom row. Cutting them off. There's the 11 of Kenny Reel leading that topside lane. Austin Green shuffled back here to the back. Now he's going to try to see if he can get a side draft rolling. To see if he can get back up there towards the front. But not at the moment he can't. As we got Malik Ray out there in front. Kenny Reel in second there as that top lane is getting some momentum coming off of that corner number 2 down into that backstretch. Now as Kenny Reel ends up getting shoved down there to the inside, that's going to bring that number 03 of Kenneth McAuliffe Jr. up there to the front. Pushed along by Chris Melton as they now both drop to the inside. And that's pretty much the type of racing we've seen a lot of. They come down here through off of the corner. Down here through off of the straight, down here through the tribal, down here into corner number 1. 3 wide for that front row as they come storming through. 3 wide there, 3 rows deep as the 87 here of Austin Green finds his way back towards the front, bringing with him that lap machine of Ethan Eckert as Eckert tries to hang on to the first car lap down position, mainly to get his lap back. Having no Bryce, hang on to it. You don't want to kind of grip the car that hard and in fear of breaking it loose. And now the front cars have gone a single file once again, being led along by Austin Green, Kenneth McCullough Jr., their second, Chris Melton, their third, Kenny Reel, they're in fourth, Landon Velick, they're in fifth. Biggest mover as it stands right now is Kenneth McCullough, who is up 16 position, now 15 as he dropped back there to fourth. Down to fifth. I'm sorry. Dylan Jones now our biggest mover in that 011. Down there on the inside as he's been playing a yo-yo up and down that inside lane all race long. And now it's 16 laps to go down that backstretch, and we got a battle heating up for the lead with Landon Velick out there in front. Kenneth Reel there in second. Daniel Falkingham there in third. Austin Green there fourth. As we got him loose down there on the apron, and and the sidewall one is up and almost over. As we got cars everywhere, smoke billowing from the tires. And we got them all scattered every which way. Trevor Ossornwath crashed. James Wagner involved. Chris Melton involved. Kenny Reel involved. I have to go back and see exactly what happened here for the on the pole instant replay here tonight. As you see, they all come down there on the bottom side, end up getting shoved down. The 11 of Kenny Reel back here toward the back. There you see a couple more. There's the 12 of Ethan Eckert catching the 42 as they come up the racetrack. Side swipe, they get into that 2, and the 2 goes up and on its side. I thought maybe he was going to go over. Luckily, that catch presence up there at the top doing its job as it keeps him on the racing surface, although he's on that driver's side quite a bit. Gets it back down there and is able to keep driving off. Has a lot more drivers back here toward the back. That's going to help these drivers out toward the back. That's Barrett Garrity, Justin Hollings. They're going to be able to catch back up to the field here. And on that note there, Heath, I believe PGR also does the roughneck racing there on Friday night. Do they not? Or Wednesday nights, I'm sorry, not Friday, but Wednesdays. So be sure to make sure you check their channel out as well. Yeah, that's pretty much how I see it too there, Heath. He saw the cars dip down there below the apron, cars started checking up, and then it's just a domino effect from that point on. So everybody coming down the pit road, getting some fresh tires here with 15 to go for our third caution. As they work here off of pit road, it is going to be Kenneth McCullough Jr. out there in front as he wins the race off pit road, bringing second there Raymond Hanneman, Daniel Falkingham in third, Austin Green up here in the fourth. Ben Garrity up in the fifth, now after having some issues being there towards the back of the pack. Justin Hollings here in sixth. Mark Wandell in seventh. Chase Mastrada there in eighth. James Wagner back here in ninth. Malik Ray in 10th. That is how they come off of pit road for your top 10. I would say, I honestly, I would think that Chris Melton would, considering Ethan Eckert was involved. But I'm unsure of that since he's sitting there on pit road. I'm looking back here at my session notes here. Well, Chris Melton may have, but he jumped to the pit, so I'm unsure about that. Well, no, Chris Melton was involved. Yeah, he was involved, so he won't get it either. Tough break there for Chris Melton getting involved in that incident there. Otherwise, he would have become the lucky dog since Ethan Eckert was involved. But with both of them being involved, nobody's going to get their lap back. We'll go and see if we can dig up that there. Heath, since you're asking about it, see if we can get a replay of where he got the contact. He did jump to the pits. Which, when I say jump to the pits, that means essentially he called the wrecker out and got towed back to the pits. So let's go ahead and see here what happened with. Here we see it here. Chris Melton and that number 49 down there on the bottom. There he gets tagged. And yeah, it was him and Ethan Eckert actually that were together whenever they come up and got involved. So both of the lap cars actually involved in that incident. Fontaine wasn't in it. He's actually called it quits before that. Fontaine is out. Same with well, maybe. I thought Fontaine was out. No, I guess he's not. I thought he was out. It showed him as out. But he very well could have. I would say, yeah, he's the one that got it because he was 9 laps down. Now he's 8. So I would say that Bryce Fontaine's the one that got the lucky dog. Side by side, we're getting ready to go. Green flag racing once again. We head on down here into corner number 1. 12 laps to go here for the Madness Money Race this Sunday evening down here into corner number 1. 3 wide there and about road number 5. As now we got him skipping lanes there. That's the 7 of Malik Ray, who's had a great job there getting up there towards the front. Kyler Wynn there in second. Got a lot of big movers here up towards the front. As Kenneth McAuliffe up 16 spots is currently sitting there third. Right there behind Kyler Wynn down here into corner number 3 and 4 they go. Oh, that's very possible. He could have been waiting for the timer. That could be why he was showing his out. Like I said, I know I saw him out at one point, but that don't mean nothing. He could have come back. Well, obviously, he came back in. And so he is 8 laps down now instead of 9. So down here through turns 1 and 2, you got the 7 of Malik Ray with Kyler Wynn down there in second. Brushing up against the wall is that number 05 of Josh McAuliffe, who ends up losing momentum, ends up getting shuffled to the back. Now it's Kyler Wynn up there in second. Kenneth McAuliffe Jr. there in third. They head down off of corner number 2, back around to the front stretch. Down there and through that trioval once again. Malik Ray leading the way. Down here in the corner. Everybody single file. Try to see if I got anybody that's double file, but it does not look to be. As everybody's single file here. Ethan Eckert lap down here. As they head on down here through corner number 1 and 2. He's got Trying to figure out who he's got above him there. Oh, that's Bryce Fontaine up there on the high side in that number 12 machine up there. But number 23 on the scoreboard. As we head on down here through the backstretch, everybody else, single file, freight train around the top of the speedway. You got a few cars down there on the bottom side. But as with them down there by themselves, with only about 3 of them, now they're all shuffling around again. That's not going to help them really catch up there to the pack. As they head down here through the triangle once again and back around to turns 1 and 2. Everybody's single file back down there on the inside. Nine laps to go here at Taladega. Now we head on down here into 3 and 4. Single file all the way through. Even into the second pack. I'm trying to see who is at the back of that front pack. And I'm thinking that is the 62 of Landon Valik. And we head on down here in across the stripe down here into corner number 1. Malik Ray out there still leading the way. And that means starting pack number 2 is the 89 of Trevor Ossenwath. He tries to get that pack back up there to the lead pack. James Wagoner right there behind him. They head on down here in at the third corner. Chase Mastrada there in 14th with Justin Hollings there 15th. Ian Eckert and Fontaine back here trying to battle up there towards the front. We got Joshua McAuliffe, Devin Ray, and Dylan Jones all sitting on pit road right now. Dylan Jones had a pretty decent race going, but he does look to have some damage on that machine as he's waiting to get it repaired down there on pit road, as it looked like they just hammered out the right side fender. We're down here. 7 laps to go in the corner number 4. Or turn 3 and 4, I should say. They split off from one another, trying to find out which lane they want. They work there through the corner. And whoa, what a move there by the 54 of Daniel Falkingham down there on the inside, going from that top lane, dropping down there to the bottom side. We're now on board with Falkingham down here through that tri-oval. As they are side by side down here, and it looks like that inside lane has finally been able to move their way to the front. Malik Ray has fallen back into second place. This is Daniel Falkingham as they're out front. Kenneth Reel down there on the inside as well, second car back. Kyler Wynn up there, second car back on that inside or outside row, sorry. Garrett Maines is sitting in 7th right now. He's up there wait a moment. Let me see. Number 16. He's down there on the inside. He's at number 1 Ryko machine down there on the inside. Third car back. 5 laps to go down here into corner number 1. 3 wide there with Maines on the bottom. That 62 falls back a little bit. Landon Malik has to fall in line up there at the top side. That top lane being led along by Malik Ray. Kyler Wynn down there in second with Kenneth McAuliffe there third. And that bottom lane still trying to hang on to see if they can be a contender here at the end. And that's being led along by the 54 of Daniel Falkingham. Kenny Reel there, second car back, and then you got Garrett Maines, third car back down there on that bottom lane. Outside lane, you got Malik Ray, Kyler Wynn, Kenneth McAuliffe, Austin Green, and right behind Austin Green is that 62 of Landon Valik. Now we were down here in the corner 3 and 4. Exciting racing going on here. They come out of the corner. Almost trouble there as at 9. Trying to figure out who that 9 is. I can tell he's up there on the high side. We're on board here with the 59 of Mark Wandell out of Lake Placid, New York. We head on down the back stretch. 3 wide towards the back. Kylan Wynn still sitting there second. Kenneth McAuliffe there in third. Malik Ray out front. Garrett Menez had to jump up there in the high side to try to save some track position as he's sitting there in sixth. Down here off of the front stretch triangle, 2 laps to go to finish this one out. Down here in the corner number 1 they go. As they are still trying to fight to figure out where they want their machines to come off there for the final lap, as that inside lane's trying to get something together with Mark Wandell really pushing it to it now as he's got a couple cars behind him. I'm waiting to see as there goes the 69, or I'm sorry, not the 69, the 62 of Landon Valik back up to the outside lane. Right behind the 85 of Raymond Hanneman. Malik Ray out there in front. Kenneth Wynn there second. Kenneth McAuliffe there third. And then we got Daniel Falkingham. Mark Wandell is down there on the inside, sitting about fourth. Now third as they come to the final lap. Now here comes the race. Next flag ends it. All right, thank you there for that, Heath. That Napa car is Ben Garrity. As we got problems down the backstretch. Car's getting spun out. Down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Who's it going to be? We got them coming, storming off. You got the 03. McAuliffe Jr. there in the middle lane. Down there now on the bottom side. Which lane's going to have the momentum as they come to the line? Down there through the triangle. It's going to be close. As they come off, and it looks to be, it is. It's going to be Malik Ray getting that win with Kenneth McAuliffe there in second. Great run there off of turn 4 for that drag race down into that front straightaway down through that triangle. Wandell having some problem and finishes 7th. We wait for the unofficial results to come in. Malik Ray getting that win here tonight in that 7 machine out front there, coming around for his picture and for victory celebration. Here comes your finish results with Malik Ray finishing there in first, Kenneth McAuliffe there in second, Kyler Wynn there third, Daniel Falkingham there in fourth, Garrett Maines finishing the night in fifth, Raymond Hanneman taking home sixth, Mark Wandell will take 7th, 8th going to Kenneth Rio, Austin Green in 9th, Ben Garrity will round out your top 10 here this evening. Chase Mistrada finishes tonight in 11th, James Wagner in 12th, Justin Hollings there in 13th, Trevor Austinwath there in 14th, Landon Valik in 15th, Ethan Eckert 16th, with Bryce Fontaine in 17th. 18th tonight, that's going to go to Joshua McAuliffe, with 19th going to Dylan Jones. Devin Ray coming home in 20th. Chris Melton there 21st. And rounding out your field in 22nd is going to be Steve Sizemore. All righty. He was very close there, Heath. All righty. Now as we head to Victory Lane to try to get with our drivers. And I'm not seeing anybody here. Or am I in the wrong Discord? Which is a possibility. Nope. Aha, here we go. We got a couple jumping here now. We got Kenneth McCall up here.
Yeah, it's over with.
Good evening there, Kenneth. How's it going?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. I know I'm kind of jumping around here, but I'm taking people as they come in. Great job on second place here tonight.
Yeah, about time, man. It's been a while. These cars has always been a little rough on me.
Well, I think the track has something to do with it too. I mean, the track it's anybody's race really when you're talking about these plate tracks.
Yeah, you got to have the help with these next gen. Daniel sticking with me there really helped me out. He easily could have hung me there. So you got to have teammates up front to win these things or finish up front in the money for sure.
Well, you definitely did great. You two tried to make a run there on the inside. Just unfortunately wasn't enough to get past Malik there for the win. But you made a good effort there coming out of 4.
Yeah, congratulations to Malik there. They dominate in these cars, him and Kyler, some of them other groups. I say we got a pretty good sized team, but not all of them show up for these cars. Some of them don't like them, but you gotta definitely have the numbers here.
It was a fun race here tonight. I think we had like 3 cautions, 3 maybe 4, so not too terrible. I know you guys don't like to see them, but it looked like it was a fun race out there.
Yeah, it was a fun race. I actually prefer the 20, 25 car fields versus the 40 car fields with these cars. It's a lot better racing to me.
Well, by the end of the race, them 40 car fields are usually down to about 20 cars.
You make a good point.
So, but it was fun to watch. You definitely made a good run there. Who's your shout outs or sponsors you want to thank there for helping you get up there into second place?
Thank you for doing the broadcast. Thanks, James, and them for putting these things on every week. Thank my teammates, and definitely thanks to Daniel there for getting me second place there. Appreciate it, buddy.
All right. Well, congrats once again there for your second place. And I think they run a steady Wednesday night money race too, do they not?
Yes, sir. I've been running it every Wednesday.
So you'll be there this Wednesday, huh?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there. I don't miss too many.
Well, good luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Kenneth McAuliffe Jr., our second place winner. Now we'll get with our third place finisher, Kyler Wynn. Good evening there, Kyler. How's it going?
Going good.
All right. Hopefully I'm saying your name right, Kyler Wynn.
Yeah.
And great job there getting third place. You really had to battle, though, there, sitting out there on that top lane, hoping that you kind of held that bottom lane off enough for that third place.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. I was cooling my motor there for the last 2 or so laps to tandem with Malik there for the last half lap. It worked out perfectly. I mean, well, not perfectly. Perfectly would be me and Malik getting 1-2. Worked out good. It was a good race. I enjoyed it. Minimal yellows, which is always nice in these races. So.
Yeah, it was definitely a great time there tonight. And you have sponsors or shout outs you'd like to thank?
Yeah, just factory setups on the car and Malik and Garrett. Garrett got wrecked early on. He got wrecked twice actually, but he still managed to come home 5th. Just 1 spot out of the money, but great working with these two. And thank you for the broadcast.
Oh, my pleasure. I really enjoyed doing it, and hopefully you guys enjoy the broadcast too, watching it back and everything. So, great job there tonight, and hopefully you have good luck on Wednesday night as well as you take on another money race there, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Thank you.
Alrighty, you have a great night. Enjoy that third place finish tonight.
Yep.
Alrighty, that was Kyler Wynn. Now we'll get with our winner. Good evening there, Malik. How's it going?
Hey, how you doing, man?
You brought home the win.
Yes, sir.
How's Victory Lane treating you tonight?
I mean, it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. What you call it? I wouldn't be here like if it weren't for Kyler and for Kenny for staying in line with us as long as he did. I appreciate both of their helps.
Well, Kenneth tried to go and get you there coming out of 4, just didn't have enough there on the bottom lane, but he definitely gave it a good run.
Yeah, man. I was a little nervous. When I seen him and Dan go down there, I thought that like they were gonna have enough to pull me and Kyler, but thankfully because of the side draft, we were able to pull back even with him. And then I think me and Kyler were faster out of 4, so it just made it a lot easier for us because of the side draft.
Yeah, I noticed that these cars side draft really, really well.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't really want to go to the bottom if you don't have to. Obviously, he was trying to go for the win, so I get why he went bottom. But I mean, if you're up top, it's almost, it's almost golden that you're either going to get first or second, at least, as long as you don't get turned.
That's always the key, right?
Yes, sir.
So, congrats on your victory here tonight. Who's your sponsors and shout outs you want to give thanks to?
Man, shout out to Kyler and Garrett, and you guys for putting this on. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate it. Always a joy to watch the race. And we'll see if we're back next Sunday with another money race. I know Wednesday nights is pretty steady there. Following the Roughneck Truck Series.
Yeah.
So you have good luck that night.
Yes, sir, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Alrighty, well, hopefully you have good luck there as well and can bring home another podium spot.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you.
All right, well, you have a wonderful night and enjoy your victory.
All right, thank you, man. You too.
So that was Malik Ray, our victory winner here tonight. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the racing action here from On the Pole tonight. We get everything underway, and we'll be back again tomorrow night as we take on the Roughneck Xfinity Series. And then I believe we have a race after that. We do. That is the GT3 road course from RGR. So be sure to check us out tomorrow night as we take on another double night of racing. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and have a great, great night. And hopefully you get a great night's sleep to start your work week tomorrow.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.